Duncan and Scar and us music practice. In the lands of the south, of the mountains stand guard against the curd, and against the curd clouds. And in the dark shade, which is river, great and river long, that shines tugs and sun sits in the shadings. And I tell one river special tale. Now this river special tale is something most entertainable and well exciting. Percy was busy with his bagpipes, which he was marching now. And Scar was in charge of getting the music stuff in the house. Percy asked him one day, Scar, will you get the music stuff and take them up, okay, and they set off. Scar got the stuff and went back up the track to Percy's and house railway. Along the way he met Duncan, who was taking on water. Do you need some help? No, thanks. I can manage. Stronger than you. No, you're not. Oh, yes, I am. And he left this train down the hill. Duncan watched as he went down the hill, and he was worried that Scar can't manage with some heavy load. Scar went down too fast, and then he was heading for trouble. Up ahead he saw Turpy. Turpy was taking the drums. Watch out, Turpy, stop! Turpy stopped and they crashed straight into him, and it dropped his drums. After it bumped him off the track, he dropped his drum set and damaged his co-catcher with a thump. Oh! Turpy was heavy and cross. Scar, you've just bumped me off the track. You've dropped my drum set. Now you can't get up to the big cottage house. Sorry, you've got to get the bagpipes delivered, said Scar, and then left. But he did not want a small engine to bump him off the tracks. He was still cross, and it dropped his drum set. They were expensive, not cheap. Scar was chuffing along, just fine. Well, she was about to head for some rather small trouble again. Scar was chuffing on again, and then there was trouble. He saw James up ahead. He was about to bump into him and cause an even more small accident. And it too would make James look angry and cross, cause the conductor's ones too were not looking cheap at all. Oh no. They were expensive, and Scar was about to be in some small trouble, and needs to put things just much right, instead of leaving it well, wrong, mister. Scar was chuffing along just too much fast, and he wasn't being careful at all. Then there was some even more trouble. James is taking his conductor's wands up Chicken House, unaware that Scar was about to crash into him. And Scar was aware that he was about to cause an even more small accident to make James look cross. Out of me way, James. Oops, oh, what's this? Cassie? He was red. Scar bumped straight into James, and James dropped the bagpipes onto the ground. You ran that caused an even more small calamity of another expensive mess, or for another mess. Scar bumped straight into James's truck, and the conductor's wands went everywhere, and James crashed off the lane and onto the field. And with another big thump. Oh. James too was licked. He's looking moved, angry and upset. Scar bumped into me truck and pushed me off the lane. He's dropped the bagpipes. Sorry, it again. This first lot delivered to Duncan house, and he left again. Then there was trouble. Scar was chuffing fast. Too much fast that he went straight along the wrong track. Off the track and straight into a curved pond. Now he was round there in big trouble. He caused an even more small accident. His cur went out, and his cur was wet, and his hair went out. Oh, here was the engine, he said sadly. He crashed into the drum truck, and then the conductor's wand truck. And now look, I am all stuck in the curved pond. The water in the pond was curved, much curved, and he was not where to move. It can't go backwards. Help! He called, but there was no answer. He just sat there, eating curd in the curd pond. Then he heard an answering whistle. It's Duncan's whistle, he thought. Duncan came on the scene. It came as quickly, said Cole. He said, thank goodness, said Scarlet. Can you take me out of this pond? It bet clit help, or he pulled his friend out of the curved water pond. But Scarlet was still need help. His hair was still out, and his curl was still wet. Scarlet, no, he couldn't manage this himself. Because after all, he was not being careful. Please, Duncan, he said, coughing, as he was no rather not well after his car accident. Can you take the bagpipes, please? Oh yes, it could, and it did. But Scarlet put the things in, and then went up to the house. But he was still curled, and he needed fresh curling water. It can't get some band ready to play. He was, after all, not working properly, and he wanted his system to work again well. Fish, indeed fish, water and curl, with a bit of fat water ditcher. Ever, well, Scarlet, I'll get your tincture, then clean your box and put in the fish cur. So they did. He gave him some cur pill. And after gave him the cur pill, at last he was working over. Well, now then, let's get some song up, set up, and let's get playing Scar, forgot your conductor's wand. Oops, forgot it. Now let's play. So they begin to play equal rock. Some need and second has heard of her song. Everybody knows her well, and then her matter too. Scar has learned that he couldn't manage on some lures. He would end up in some cur ponds on some cur winter days. Now he's eating bed at last with some fish curling water and ready for this special event. Starting out shortly, just it's much now. Look, we better take our seats to playing this song in well. This is Echo Rock, take 1. The song and the lyrics gets us. It's back. It's and yes, the drums get there. Okay, now this is a wonder. Let's check this one. It's a chipper. It's one, two, one, two, Is it Duncan? Done. One thing's on. It's a chipper. Oh, don't bother. Snitch one. So, chipper. Breaking them again. Sorry. Oh, got to spur it then. This is a wandering song, take one. Mijn need in second set is days. Hit it, super, good. One, two, one, two, three. something else. Son of a Testament pet. Oh yes, it's that one. No. It. One, two, three. No, then it's not one. It must have meant it was her God. Well done, Nipper, Potter, lot. This is great, that's great. They picked the stuff up and then went on the clan meeting. Percy did most of the talking. Everybody was talking with her quietly and rather carefully that no one heard them or saw them. Now then, we need to think of a way of getting the railway of harbours finished near the tracks. Our turntable isn't come yet. If gotten it, Duncan said, and use one again, and then this time would Spencer, and it's coming, like use a computer. Of when it's coming, Kate Duncan. Kate Duncan. Tell us the plan, Kate. Us what we'll do. When we order the tracks, these scale ones, we'll watch them come to us on the computer and see if the tracks have come yet. So they did. Doing something clever. The wave of a stick and wand, which Scar River had already did, and succeeded in what he was doing. When they watched it, began to watch it come to them. But neither were I knew this is good of an ambush. But they knew it cares about. I decided to sleep as it was dark, often wanting to get a bar stand for their friends to come and sit on that chairs, talk about some things, not what if God is in the not interest of what talking about of me stuff. They just talk about things I know. Now, if there's one thing change hate, is when there were some strange visitors, and Millard was dead, and was never coming back till them again. Well, it's never said because Millard was in a death place and always never stopped screaming. I ignored it when they were working. Yes, it's never said that Liz was ending her badly, and no one ever saw her again, but listening to her screaming, since she was said she was in the death place. She was never coming. And Liv was ending her badly. A small change, and Percy, Chirper, and James are watching her fence too, what they're talking. Rob Brown was made at Berlin, and Mary was taking down the branches, and Shorter was hanging out the cloves on the cloves lane. Things I saw on the day's work, it was never great and never marvellous. Then they went off all the way through, and just ignoring Millard's screams, as she was in a death place. But she stops talking it because they never heard it again. Her voice is faded away, as this is the end of her life. And when time passes, her name will never be heard again. But I'll tell you about her when she was around. Everybody knows her, and she knows them. Once upon a time, not very long ago, Millard was on her way to the other railway, and Percy and his friends were fending her off, and then she was in the scrapyards. She was scraped down, and she was never found again. But many workmen will tell you that they've seen Millard who was in trouble, being a prisoner in the scrapyards, and she never came out again. It's never said her. Everybody knows she can't come back, and they all know every place is good for her to make some sneaker ambush. Now, if she ever comes back, well, she'll catch England and stay there. But 'tis and safe, and then no more strange bothering for Percy and his friends. And then no, it left hers on much safe, and not unsafe. 'Cause every place safe and better makes them pleased, and they're not endangered anymore. And Mellon's kind was just visiting and helping one of them, helping Percy with some heavy loads of mail, and then left for their hurt things in peace and happiness, while he was still around, but he was not disturbing them. He knows that Percy has got rid of his auntie, and he leaves them alone after a talk with Percy, when Percy scented him to the forest maze, which has succeeded in doing. Everybody worked on their jobs and to make sure no bad case would come. The years passed since many career efforts lasted. This year was not ever bad. Is it not ever bad? And today, 1 year was ever good, not ever bad. They had no more trouble, or they were feeling nervous. I know every place on Tether is good, or sneaky ambush, and I need to be acting smart and clever of not to get into trouble with many bad villains. I have no bad villains in this which is good and safe, but not everything is much lost. They can listen to the birds singing one special song, which they knew well and knew for many years. And it's in this special story. It's an entire dinner. She's not shortly. It